In some breaking NFL news, the Denver Broncos have named Minnesota Vikings assistant to the regional general manager George Paton as their new general manager, as the job has come open since John Elway promoted himself, aka fired himself, as the personnel man. And George Paton has been a hot name for a number of years in terms of GM openings, so hot that he can afford to wait for the perfect spot. He thinks Denver is that. Denver, gorgeous, Sunshine State, love it. And Paton had passed on jobs and interviews before. He was almost the Browns GM last offseason when Stefanski was hired as head coach, but they remembered, oh yeah, ownership. Yeah, not so much. And frankly, the Broncos is a great setup for Paton because I actually do believe Elway in that he is giving up control, going to be more of a CEO, big picture type of guy. And you do have stable ownership to a degree with the Bolin family trust. You do have a lame duck head coach you inherit, Vic Fangio, who, this is the thing about GMs, where if you take a job with an existing head coach, one of the great ways to stay on scholarship for an extra year is ride it out with the existing head coach. If it doesn't work out, you're free rolling. You can just throw them under the bus. It's like, well, of course, the team didn't win. It's not my decisions because I inherited a roster. I inherited a head coach. Let me hire my guy. I got to get my guy. So he's got Fangio. Oh, Pat Shurmur, too. They've worked together before, 2016, 2017. Also, they do have the number 9 overall pick. So if they're not in love with Drew Lock, why would you be? You could have your choice between 2 of the 5 big quarterbacks. So maybe Trey Lance gets to 9. It would make sense. Maybe Mac Jones Mac Jones will be at 9. So, but is 9 a little bit too rich for Mac Jones? I don't know. That's a decision that he can make in April. But you do have Jerry Jeudy. You do have KJ Hamler as receivers. You do have Noah Fant, who's a phenomenal tight end, who they don't use enough. Also, you do have Garrett Bowles, who's turned himself into a damn fine left tackle. So you're already checking quite a few of the boxes that you're good to go there. Plus, you have talent. The draft capital is there. $18.9 million in cap space. Now, that could be a lot more cap space depending on what happens with Von Miller. So that's going to be his first big test as GM. Like, what do you do with Von? Is getting older, final year of his mega contract, as well as his off-the-field issues. Yeah. But it's going to be tough. I mean, they are in the division with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert now, so you have to play those guys 4 times a year, so great. Now, the question is, what's Paton going to do with some of the other Vikings executives? Because it had been rumored and reported that Vikings Director of College Scouting, Jamal Stevenson, could be following Paton to Denver, taking on like an assistant to the regional general manager role in Denver. Now, if Stevenson does that, it would raise some eyebrows because you would think with Paton gone, there's an opportunity for a new assistant GM with the Vikings. That would be, of course, Stevenson. But if he sees a better opportunity in Denver, I don't know, man. I don't know. But also, hey, leave Brzezinski or we riot. That is all, George. Hey, Georgie Porgy. That's all right. But, yeah, the Vikings have a lot of phenomenal talent evaluators in the building, but, I mean, they just lost a big one. And now it's very hard to parse out what credit is due to Paton, what is due to Spielman, what is due to Stevenson. But either way, I mean, the Vikings' brain trust in terms of evaluation took a little bit of a hit today. But I'm happy for George Paton. This has been a long time in the making. I'm glad he didn't go to Detroit because playing against a George Paton team twice a year, Nah. So, best of luck to you, man. Hopefully you see you in the Super Bowl. This one's for George Paton. But your thoughts. Broncos naming George new GM. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.